Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with a quick movie review for a film called Sanctuary. This film follows a dominatrix and Hal, her wealthy client, and the disaster that ensues when Hal tries to end their relationship. So let's get right into the pros and the cons, starting with the pros. So the first thing I'll say about this film is it plays out very much like a stage play. It's pretty much two actors in a hotel room for the majority of this film. So naturally there are some elements that really need to be nailed in order for this film to work. One of these elements is the performances, and man, the performances given by Christopher Abbott and Margaret Qualley are fantastic. But with two actors in a hotel room, they can only do so much with their performances. They need the dialogue to really be on point, and it is. The dialogue is excellent. They have a lot to work with. And as for the script in general, the narrative is a bit vague and takes several twists and turns, but strategically drops important information along the way. And while the character-centric twists and turns are intriguing, the notion of, are we playing a game right now, keeps things particularly mysterious. And there is a continual battle of wills at the center of this story, and watching this battle be duked out by these great actors and watching the battle evolve throughout the film is extremely compelling. And with the setting being a isolated hotel room, the cinematographer has a very interesting challenge with such limitations, and I thought that the cinematography was very refined, but it also gets very creative in certain sequences, especially where a couple of well-shot and well-acted single-take sequences occur. And speaking of the set, I thought that the set design was very Kubrick-inspired. There was a lot of red and white, kind of reminded me of the Shining restroom sequence, and I thought that it was very well done. But now we gotta get to the thing that really made this film work at the end of the day for me, and that is the ending. And I don't mean like the third act, I literally mean the last 10 seconds of this film made me understand what this movie was. And all I'm gonna say about this film is that there is a big dose of romance to this film. And once I came to understand that, a number of the cons that I originally had throughout the film just evaporated. And with that said, let's get to some of the issues that I had with the film. And as I was alluding to a second ago, there is one overarching con that has now been tempered by the movie's ending, but this overarching con was the fact that I had this question throughout the film, and that question was, what kind of film is this trying to be? By not understanding this for much of the film, I couldn't get my arms around it and really appreciate the film for what it was until the very end of the film. This made my first watch more enjoyable after the film was over and I was looking back at the film, rather than throughout my first watch. And while much of this con was negated after the ending, it still made for a bit of a frustrating initial first viewing. And to help you avoid the kind of pitfall that I ran into on my first viewing, I'll just say that there are elements of the film's Carnage, Whiplash, and Punch Drunk Love in this movie, in particular Punch Drunk Love. So as you can see, this is definitely not a thriller or a horror film, which I'll be honest, I kind of thought it was gonna be going into it. No. This film is a dark romantic comedy with some suspense and definitely some drama in this film. And if I knew that going into my first viewing, I think I would have liked this film even more. But hey, I'm glad I know now, so I'll enjoy it more on a second viewing. And if all that sounds interesting to you guys, I definitely recommend that you check this movie out, and I'm gonna give Sanctuary a 7.3 out of 10. But those are just my thoughts, take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you heard of this film? Have you seen it? Was your experience similar to mine? Or did you just have a great time with it? Let me know down in the comments section. Let's talk about it. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.